Today we work on the Chill Out Bundle. Not So Average Builder is brought to you by these great retailers. There'll be promo codes in the description below. Hey guys, Tom here, and this is Not So Average Builder, and we're going to finish out the highlight series, I guess, because the Earthly Pleasures series doesn't play off each other. They're individual colors, where the Sky Above, the Chill Out, and the Cheat Day bundles all can play off each other. For some reason, I did not touch on this in my previous videos, but Turbodork puts the instructions on here. And as far as thinning goes, I have a full-length video, and I will try and put a link up here in the top corner, a clickable one, for that. And if not, then I'll put it in a link in the description on how I thin my Turbodork paints, what I use. It's very simple. I can touch on it really quick. The only thing I use to thin every acrylic that I've got is Flow Improver, and that helps in two ways. It thins it, but it also has a drying retarder in here, so your paints don't dry out immediately. One other thing, all of your instructions, because they're on here, it tells you what undercoat you need. So all of these, excluding, or with the exception of Motherlode, need a black undercoat, where Motherlode needs a white. So I have already pre-primed the minis in white using that. Again, I have used Mr. Surfacer 1500 Black for these. For the white ones, I used Scale Modeler Supply Surfacer White. I know what you're thinking. Acrylic, lacquer, I've had zero issues. As long as the previous undercoat is cured before you do anything, you move forward, it's fine. So the minis we've got today, the ones from CM Games, they sent me a couple of cool ones. These are going to look pretty cool in these Turbodork colors. And again, in the back, we have this Tyranid boss. I'm not sure what it was called, but it is primed, ready to go. And we're going to layer, starting with Wavelength and ending with Crystal Cavern. We're going to do like we did with the other bigger minis. And that's going to give us a nice top-down zenithal highlight on this big guy. And then we can paint in the final details and go from there. Without further ado, let's jump right into painting these things. So starting off with Wavelength, it is a very nice dark blue paint. The color shift on this goes from dark blue to very light purple, and you can kind of see that purple. It almost gives it like a black appearance. But these colors airbrushed really well, and the video where because it was a big hit, it is actually on Turbodork's website. Second color is Ice to Never, and this color came out really well. On camera, it comes across as a vibrant blue, but in person, it's almost like a blue-green. I was kind of excited about this paint. I'm not as excited about it now that I've seen it, but you know, it's still a really good paint. And then we've got this bad boy here in the same miniature, or in the same color scheme. And then we'll go on to Crystal Cavern. That's the final one. It was the brightest one. This was one of the miniatures that Lock-On sent me that needed to be in Crystal Cavern. And I can see why. It's a really, really, really vibrant color. And then I chose to do this miniature because a blue corn, you know, you can't go wrong with that. As you can see, little subtle transitions here and there with the turbo shift paints. They're solid paints. Now the thing that I'm most proud of, we'll move these out of the way, is this. So essentially, I based the whole thing in Wavelength. Gave it that base color, that dark color. Then I did a top-down highlight or spot highlight of Ice to Never. And then I finished it all off with Crystal Cavern. And man, does that make a world of difference when you use all three of them. I said it before, I will say it again. It is super shift. When you apply all three of these the way that they're supposed to be used, it goes next level. Absolutely 100% next level. And this is no exception. It looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is the Chill Out Bundle. And if you want to pick this bundle up, you can go on turbodork.com, type in Chill Out, and it should pull up all three of these paints. Add them to your cart, and if you use NSAB10 at checkout, you get 10% off your entire order. So why stop there? You can keep going. Next week, we start on the other four, and that's Motherlode, Forest Flux, Molten Mantle, and Shifting Sands. Well, so far, we have done all three bundles of the main bundles, and these are the three miniatures that came off of the layer effect. And I think that the wings turned out really good on both of these. I can't wait to detail paint all the other stuff on here so that it really brings out the transitions. Because, you know, painting the figure all the way is one thing, but having all the other colors in here that would be on this thing, oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's way better. I'll try and do some final shots of this, of the three main miniatures, to show you the color shifts. I'm trying to get my light set up to where it will do that and not affect the color shift too much. Because I can never seem to get these things to really show off on camera for some reason. But I will do my best for you guys, so you can really see how these paints are. And you can make Greg happy by going out and purchasing his paints, using them, and showing them off. That is one thing that I also want to do. If you're seeing this video and you have painted miniatures in Turbodork paints, it doesn't have to be 100% Turbodork paints, drop them over at notsoaveragebuilder@gmail.com, and I'll see if I can throw them up in the next Turbodork video, giving you a shout out as well. I mean, if it'll help, it'll help. If not, then other people still get to see some kick butt miniatures painted in some friggin' amazing paint. That's all I have, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.